appreciate real good beer. Another episode of James Montreal Beer Review, in which we're going to review a beer from Toronto. Now, this is going to be a little shout out to Jason Fishblue21, who has been wondering if I brought back any beers, because I used his advice on which beers to buy and check out while in Toronto. I was there last week. I did bring a few brands, so we're going to be seeing those in the next few reviews or so. I'm going to have to pop in a few local beers as well, but in the near future it's going to all come. So the first on the list is Tankhouse Ale, which is brewed by a nice microbrewery in downtown Toronto, Mill Street. They also produce a nice selection of other beers which I haven't tried so far, and I've been wanting to try this one for a while, because it's pale, spicy kind of pale ale, which is one of my favourite styles to begin with. So looking at the bottle, it's a nice, not standard kind of bottle you get in most Canadian brews, which I have to give the brewery credit for that, because although I don't entirely judge my beers on the basis of how they look, but it's also a nice bonus if the beer looks unconventional and everything. It's still brown glass, so it does protect beer as it should. 5.2 ABV, says right here on the bottle. Reading from the back, Mill Street Tankhouse Ale is a deliciously complex and spicy ale. We use a staggering amount of hops and 5 different malts to produce a rich, fiery pale ale, copper red in colour and truly satisfying in flavour. Now, I've tried this just once last week and I loved it. It was entirely amazing. I couldn't, the reason I did this is that it's only sold in 6-packs, so I was taking the train back, didn't have much space, so I figured I'll spread the 6-pack with a couple of friends and bring back a few bottles still, so this way I get to review it and try it right there. And let's see how it goes. Let's jump into the review right now. Now, this is also not twist off kind of cap, which is also kind of unstandard for Canadian beers. Popping up the cap, and I'm going to be using my Nonic glass because I think it's one of the best glasses to use in an ale for ales. We're able to get plenty of head going on just from a small bottle, Looking at the beer, looks wonderful, looks actually slightly darker than most pale ales. Maybe it looks more of a IPA kind of colour. So it's a nice kind of rich amber, maybe dark, dark amber kind of light mahogany maybe. Even looks like dark kind of Irish red again. Looking at the head, it's almost white. It's a bit yellowish kind of head. Really rich, really kind of frothy, about two fingers thickness. And looks very nice. Carbonation is medium. I can see some bubbles on the side. I can see some on the bottom. But yeah, overall very nice looking ale. The nose is very rich. It's well hoppy, just like pale ale is supposed to be. You get a nice fruity touch to it, and also in this, it's not entirely the case for most pale ales, but Tankhouse Ale is quite spicy, so I do get some even peppery notes, kind of like that peppercorn rye beer I reviewed some time back. Very complex scent to it. Well, cheers, I'm going to try it now. Oh, this is fantastic. Yeah, this is exactly like it was first time I tried it. Starts out with a nice kind of hoppy bite, followed by a nice spiciness in the palate. I think the finish is kind of dry, which is, again, it's expected in the pale ale. Pale ale is not entirely that, not the smoothest kind of beer you can find, but I enjoy them myself, and I appreciate that kind of dryness and very hoppy beer overall. And I could also taste that the ingredients they use, obviously I haven't seen them actually brew the beer, but it's obviously it's clearly good, solid ingredients, not some cheap cheap adjuncts or anything like that. It's very natural kind of tasting, and it has a nice kind of punch to it. Very satisfying beer. I think they're doing they're right on the job there at Mill Street Brewery, and they also have a brew pub which I'm planning to attend next time I come there, because they only sell about 4 or 5 beers all throughout the year, but at the actual pub they have about 10 or 15 I suppose, and it should be interesting if I go there and try it out. So far I'm very impressed with this beer. It's a proper pale ale. It has a nice kind of like a unique touch to it as well, kind of distinctive from others maybe, and top of the line. So I'll come back and give you my final thoughts. Oh, this is a truly proper pale ale. I can't talk about it enough. It's just so satisfying, like anything you'd expect in a pale ale this would have. Of course, as I've said in some earlier reviews, pale ales are usually an acquired kind of taste. Like, I didn't particularly like them at first, but now this style has become my favorite, one of my favorite styles full time. And Tankhouse ale is certainly a very, very good example of the style. I've read on Beer Advocate that it's actually some people label it as APA, so American Pale Ale, but maybe it's that, but nevertheless it's a wonderful example of style. If you ever see this, check it out. It's probably one of the best brews in Toronto, and don't get me wrong, they have a few really, really nice beers as well there, and definitely going to try more of these. As far as the grade goes, this is going to be my first ever full grade in the beer. It's like 3 thumbs up, 2 thumbs up, anything. 5 out of 5 for Tankhouse ale from Mill Street. I couldn't wish for more out of this beer. It has everything I've wished for. A nice hoppy bite to it, kind of like a nice spiciness, some fruitiness, maybe citrus, touch of grapefruit, and then the finish is, as I've said, is dry, but also there's some subtle kind of caramel notes that linger for some time, making it really not pleasing, so it doesn't dry out your mouth entirely, and it's very drinkable. If you like hoppy beers, you're for sure going to enjoy this just as much as I did, and it's just a great beer. I can't say anything much further on. I can't ramble much further. It's just wonderful. Thanks for checking out. 5 out of 5 for this beer. See you guys soon.